How to read a large file, line by line. I want to iterate over each line of an entire file. One way to do this is by reading the entire file, saving it to a list, then going over the line of interest. This method uses a lot of memory, so I'm looking for an alternative. My code so far. Executing this code gives an error message, device active. Any suggestions? The purpose is to calculate pairwise string similarity, meaning for each line in file, I want to calculate the Levenshtein distance with every other line.
The correct, fully Pythonic way to read a file is the following. The with statement handles opening and closing the file, including if an exception is raised in the inner block. The for line in F treats the file object F as an iterable, which automatically uses buffered I/O and memory management so you don't have to worry about large files. There should be one, and preferably only one, obvious way to do it.
Two memory-efficient ways in ranked order. First is best. Use of with, supported from Python 2.5 and above. Use of yield if you really want to have control over how much to read. 1. Use of with. With is the nice and efficient Pythonic way to read large files. Advantages: 1. File object is automatically closed after exiting from with execution block. 2. Exception handling inside the with block. 3. Memory for loop iterates through the F file object line by line. Internally it does buffered I/O, to optimized on costly I/O operations, and memory management. Two. Use of yield. Sometimes one might want more fine-grained control over how much to read in each iteration. In that case use iter and yield. Note with this method one explicitly needs close the file at the end. Pitfalls: and for the sake of completeness, below methods are not as good or not as elegant for reading large files, but please read to get rounded understanding. In Python, the most common way to read lines from a file is to do the following. When this is done, however, the readlines function, same applies for read function, loads the entire file into memory, then iterates over it. A slightly better approach, the first mentioned two methods above are the best, for large files, is to use the file input module, as follows. The file input.input call reads lines sequentially, but doesn't keep them in memory after they've been read, or even simply so this, since file in Python is iterable. References: Python with statement.
To strip new lines. With universal new line support, all text file lines will seem to be terminated with \n, whatever the terminators in the file, \r, \n, or \a/n. Edit, to specify universal new line support. Python 2 on Unix, open file_path, mode equals ru, required, thanks at Dave. Python 2 on Windows, open file_path, mode equals ru, optional. Python 3, open file_path, new line equals none, optional. The new line parameter is only supported in Python 3 and defaults to none. The mode parameter defaults to are in all cases. The U is deprecated in Python 3. In Python 2 on Windows, some other mechanism appears to translate \a \n to \n. Blocks. Open for Python 2. Open for Python 3. To preserve native line terminators. Binary mode can still parse the file into lines within. Each line will have whatever terminators it has in the file. Thanks to Catriel Alex's answer, Python's OpenDoc, and IPython experiments.
This is a possible way of reading a file in Python. It does not allocate a full list. It iterates over the lines.
If you want to continue, please consider subscribe.